got a little surprise I'm working on here. I got this board here, and I've got these components right here. And so what I want to do, and I'm going to take these components right here off of this board and mount them over here. And then we're going to add to that board a little bit of a surprise. But I'll show you where it's going to go when we get there. So first, let's start by shutting off the PV and shutting off the battery. Come in here and take this apart real quick. All right, good and tight now. So now we got everything back in its place, nice and tight. Those are still connected the way they good as the way they were. I don't have to change anything. PV shut off, battery shut off. This can still run back down to the battery. But as I said before, we are going to change the battery, and this will show you what that battery is. It is going to be a 24-volt system, and we are going to put it in make a portable solar system. And I got this old tool chest that I found, and it's got plenty of room in it. So the way this is going to work, we're going to put this down in here, and we're going to attach that on the outside with some screws. Like that. And with those rubber washers, it is going to hold these nice and tight with these wood screws in the back, but it's also going to remain water resistant. Let's see if I can take you right here and show you this. Hopefully there's enough light for you to see this. So all I'm going to do now is just put these other two in. It's just got that little rubber seal on there. It makes it through that plastic, it penetrates into that wood. There we go. All right. Now, coming back to this, I need to get the battery and the battery cables for this and that. All right, here we are, back with the battery. Now, I'm going to have to find a way to secure this battery in here, but for now, it's just very convenient that the wires that are on this inverter are in the right spot. It's starting to get dark out here, but I want to finish this because tomorrow I want to charge with it. So here's what I'm doing. I am going to connect. First I'm going to connect the positive over here. Let's tighten this down. Good. And then let's put the positive post. Let's tighten that down a little bit. And then let's find the negative post, which is here. Huh. You guys see what I see? How easy it is to get things wrong. Connect there. All right. Positive, negative, negative, positive on this, and that gives us the charge controller confirming that it's on. All right. That's good news. Now we are ready to hook up some MC4 connectors, run the solar panels, and turn this system on for tomorrow's charging. All right, I'll show you the rest tomorrow. This is the back of the food trailer. And I'm going to show you the freezers and the refrigerator that I kept running. And this is what I use off grid when I'm at conventions and stuff, staying overnight when you don't have power and stuff. Now, when you have power, it changes everything. But when you don't have power, what you need is a way to keep your refrigeration cold. So what I have here is both the ice cream freezer here, as you can see, and we keep the ice cream just like anyone else would, completely frozen in these compartments in here. And this stays cold 24/7, never chills. Now, I do take the soda machine and I strap it closed so that it can't come open while I'm traveling. But the thermostat in here is currently reading, and if maybe I can get you a view of it, and maybe all this just end up getting cut out because you can't see it. But it's reading down in the 30 degrees. So this is running, and as you can see, it runs into that power box over there. Where is it? It runs into that power box there and provides power to all these outlets all the way through the entire thing. And the lights come on and everything works. So everything in here functions, with the exception, I can even run the coffee pot, or I can run the espresso machine. And a lot of times when I get to an event, I'll turn the espresso machine on with that before I get actually hooked up so that it gets hot, or I take it on the way in. This is, let me see if I can get you a good view of this before I open it. This is what I'm calling the solar pack. It's a 24 volt, 100 amp hour solar pack. And it's got room for more batteries in here. And basically I just strap it down up here like I would a generator. Just put two straps on it, one going across, one going front to back, to hold it in place while I travel and to keep it nice and safe. Now, you saw the building of this, or if you haven't seen the building of it yet, you will in the video. I don't know which order I'm putting it in, but this is basically the solar system that I built to power the entire to provide power to the whole thing. I think you can see that, yeah. So what this does is this allows me to power from these panels up here. Let me see if I can get you a view of that. From these panels up here, it gives 500 watts, and that's the Victron readout you're seeing right now. It runs down the side here and into that. Now, I originally had it mounted inside, but the problem that you have with that is there's a lot of code compliance when you're doing food trucks on electrical stuff, and they make it really difficult for you to properly wire things and connect them unless you put them outside of the vehicle. So I was forced to put them outside of the vehicle here. So let me show you what I am disconnecting, and I apologize for the mess. We just got back from an event and I was going to take this back to storage, and I thought, you know what, I should record this before I take it back to storage so you can actually see it. So let me see if I can take you inside here. So this is the old solar system in here. I don't know how much of that you can see. There you go. So it basically used to have the 12-volt battery sitting on the floor over there, and then everything would run up on this wall. That was the on-off switch and everything, and these were all the wires. Now I probably have an old picture of it I could show you, but this caused lots of code problems for me in that I could not get a health inspection with the lithium batteries inside or with all the electrical in there. Caused me other trouble too with the fire department. When I'd get a fire inspection at an event, a lot of the times they would cause me trouble. So this allows me to keep this refrigerator and freezer running 24/7. And as you can see from the charger, it is, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm completely charged after those ran all night long. Now, if this is off for any length of time, then it does suffer on the batteries. What my idea here is to increase this from 100 amp hours to right at 280 amp hours of 24-volt power. And then it would be easy for us to take this and to go completely off grid, heat things up on the way in, turn on the coffee pots, turn on the espresso machines, and just make sure everything works really good. But on the way in, so that when I got there it would be hot, or as soon as I get there I'll be able to turn it on even without power, depending on where I am. Or I could even add more equipment so that I'm not taking things like this with ice in it and stuff like that. I could add a freezer or something of that nature to it easily. So right now it probably could manage it, but I wouldn't want to take that chance on having one cloudy day and it goes out. Today it's beautiful sunny out here and it recovered quite nicely, but there are days that it would be a close call running both of those, and so I have to pay very close attention to that. Now, in normal circumstances, the soda machine isn't absolutely necessary to be running, but the freezer is, so I have to leave the freezer on no matter what. Anyway, that is the solar pack, the 24-volt solar pack. The parts list is completely listed down below. It allows you to build one. I show you everything that I use to do it, including the panels that are up here. These are the old 370 watt Aptos panels. They only sell them in 400 watts now, but these could easily be replaced with three used panels like the ones that I've been purchasing. I might even do that here just so I can have access to these somewhere else where they can use them, because the 20 amp charger that's in here won't support any more power than that, but it doesn't need any more power than that to supply what we're doing here. But either way, this is the solar pack and the solar panels that provide us with 24/7 freezers, refrigerators, and it really truly does solve a lot of off-grid problems. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you on the next video.